This is WCM's Park Update, a weekly show covering the outdoor hospitality industry, hosted by Ben Quiggle and Mike Gast. During each episode, you'll hear from special guests and campground experts on topics that will help your park flourish. WCM's Park Update is a production of Woodall's Campground Magazine.
Hi, I'm Ben Quiggle, editor of Woodall's Campground Magazine, and welcome to another edition of WCM's Park Update. Mike Gast, my co-host, isn't able to make it with us today, but hopefully he's doing well in Nebraska. So I'm here today with a couple guys from Ginast Outdoor Wellness, which is a company that I met at a couple conferences this past fall. Great guys. They were showing off some exercise equipment, which if you guys have ever seen me in person, I definitely need more exercise equipment. And so they're fairly new to the industry. So we wanted to get them on the show just to talk a little bit about the company. But I'll let them introduce themselves. Patrick, just, I guess your title, what you do with the company, I guess.
Yep. So my name is Patrick Israel. I pretty much handle we do a little bit of everything, but I handle a lot of sales. I handle a lot of operations with Ginast.
Okay. And then Diego, your last name is Italian, and anybody who's watched the show knows that I cannot pronounce English names. So I'll let you pronounce the Italian name. So.
Well, hi everyone. My surname is Michelato, so Diego Michelato.
Okay.
Yeah, and right. I handle the organization side of Ginast, all the operations, techniques, and all.
All right. And were you guys both at the conferences, or Patrick? I believe you were at the Arvik and KOA one, right? Or were you both there?
We actually went together to almost all of them.
Okay.
There's a part one that I wasn't able to make it, but we go to all of them together.
Okay. Sometimes Patrick, your face just sticks out a little bit more than Diego's must be. So
hey, I'm gonna record this one separate.
Okay. So I guess just explain a little bit about how you guys got into the industry, where you guys are coming from, and what you guys kind of provide to RV parks and campgrounds.
Yeah, I'll take this one away. So to give even the people watching some context, I'm a big fan. I should say I've been a big fan of the RV industry, of the camping industry.
Yeah.
I'm a hike lover. I love nature, so it was kind of always close to me. So, we started Ginast working mostly with communities, condominiums, public parks, and when we really saw a huge opportunity, which was people that go camping want to experience the outdoors. That's really one of the main reasons. Even if you're full-time or part-time RVing, you want to spend time outdoors. And our whole concept since we started is to provide outdoor wellness. And that's another reason why we were called Ginast, is because we started as an outdoor fitness manufacturer. And today we really do everything outdoor wellness related, which we'll talk more about. But I'll take Diego take that on.
Yeah, what I can add is more important is that the campgrounds for us was a new idea to try to see the market opportunities right there, because we were working with 55 plus communities and condominiums, and our process it was a very slow process to do the sales. And we decided to try campgrounds because of the necessity for campgrounds to offer new amenities. So we said, wow, maybe we have a great product for campgrounds. We didn't knew by then that the outdoor fitness would be a good fit. But then when we start to go to some expo, some conference, we had a great review, like everybody, wow, this is amazing. I need that from a campground. So that we start, wow, campgrounds and outdoor fitness, it's like a very good marriage for us. So that's because
So you guys are based in Florida. Had you guys had experience with I know there's a lot of 55 plus RV parks down there. Had you guys done those kind of projects in the past, or was it mainly just like communities, like housing communities?
Yeah, I mean, Florida has over 900 and something, a little bit more, 55 plus. So we saw that as a good starting point, but it was kind of quick enough. We really saw that the RV industry is just beginning. We see, especially with remote working, people are going to continue to live outdoors, and when we look at, again, our life cycle in terms of getting our product out there, and again, we're talking about the outdoor fitness line, campgrounds just made so much sense. And the feedback that we got from the owners and from the guests that, hey, I came here camping and I was able to enjoy the outdoors while also getting an exercise in. That for us was just a match made in heaven. And Florida is known throughout the rest of the states, and I've done a lot of traveling throughout the country as kind of like a little bit, for some reason, as like the Wild West. A lot of crazy things happen in Florida, but Florida is a great place to live, and a lot of really great things to do in terms of RV parks is only growing, especially during the winter. So a lot of the full-time campers come to Florida, as most people that are watching know, to Texas and other southern states. But in terms of everything else, I mean, it's great weather all year. So it's all year around. People can enjoy the outdoors and have a good time.
And Ben, if I may add,
Yeah.
the shows like this is very important for us because we have as I say, the evangelization process of an outdoor fitness. Because most of the time when we introduce the outdoor fitness to 55 plus community and campgrounds even, the first question is liability. Oh my goodness, we're gonna have outdoor fitness, and thanks God, we have ASTM, this American organization. They come up with the legislation for outdoor fitness.
Okay.
So in other words, to have an outdoor fitness at your campground, your condominium, is the same to have a swimming pool, to have a playground and all, because we have to create and to build our equipments as standards as ASTM. So then it's all related to the process to have a simple park at your campground. So this process of explaining to the owners, it's been fun for us because we love to explain to them how important it is to have an outdoor fitness. And that's the key point for us. So now we are showing them more,
And a big point there is that people were not familiar with the concept. Everyone was always familiar with indoor gyms, and indoor gyms are super costly in terms of maintenance, in terms of, again, most people that are going camping want to remain outdoors. So a lot of the feedback that we got was that, hey, I have an indoor gym, I invested hundreds of thousands, and no one really uses it. So to that point is that people never seen an outdoor fitness line, especially something that lasts, something that will be used, and something that is successful for all ages and fitness levels, because we didn't want to just have like a pull-up bar. We wanted to have something that like anyone, obviously, like after a certain age, could go ahead and use it and have a good wellness experience. So the concept, as Diego was mentioning, is that people never seen this before. This is an innovation. This is a new concept in the US and in North America, I should say. Obviously, there is some here and there, but it's something that is growing. So for us, it's important to teach people how does it work? How can you actually exercise outdoors? So that's the whole process that we have to go through, and a big reason why we go to a lot of expos.
So I know, well, people can look up your website. It's ginast.com and kind of like look around, see the different pieces of equipment. I guess just tell us a little bit about what the equipment. So what I saw at the conferences was, it looks like it's powder coated steel. Yeah. What is this? How's this equipment built? Where, I guess that's my question.
Do you want me to take this on, Diego?
Oh yeah, go for it.
So first things first, and this is one of the biggest things that we always mention in every expo or every person that we work with, which is all of our equipment and everything that we do is assembled here in the state of Florida, and absolutely nothing that we have ever done comes from China or comes from Asia, I should say. Because again, when we look at the outdoors, this needs to be something that lasts and something that will be a really strong amenity for the long term. So that is probably one of the biggest things that we're proud of, is to tell our customers that all of our equipment are assembled here, and we source our material from ethical, I should say, backgrounds, and a lot of our steel comes from Brazil, considering like the quality that they have, and I should say an easier supply chain. So in terms of the coating and everything else, it's made from high grade steel. The coating is made with close to automotive paint, so it's something that lasts and something that is built for the outdoors. So I hope that answered the question.
Yeah, and then you guys have different pieces of equipment. You can see some of the equipment behind Patrick. I know you. I think you had one piece of equipment at the ARVIC and KOA conferences I went to. But what different pieces of equipment can you add? I mean, do you have like weightlifting stuff that people can get? you know?
Great question, Ben. What I honestly tell you is that we have like different types of equipments, but
Yeah.
we built a gym for campgrounds
Okay.
that they have 6 pieces of equipment. So it's 3 upper body exercises and 3 lower body exercises.
Okay.
So it's why we did that. Of course, we have a catalog with many types of products we can send over to our clients. But when we go to conventions and expos, we go with this compact gym.
Okay.
Why? Is because it's affordable, and we don't want to compare our prices like to sell a huge amount of like 20 equipments gym. We want to
Yeah.
be very affordable and give to the campgrounds owners the opportunity to add a new amenity. That's because we call outdoor fitness, but we have a nickname for that. That's we call the playground for adults. Because most of the times we tell them, hey, why don't you install near to a pet park, a dog park, or near to the playground? Like while your kids is having fun, you are doing some exercise. So all the campgrounds that we have sold so far, they install near to dog parks and playgrounds. So the idea is to do some exercise and having fun. That's what it's all about it. So to finalize the question is that we have this combined 6 equipments that offers a great amenity for campgrounds that can be affordable for everyone.
And the whole point, just to add, it's a full body workout experience. So that's the whole point about how we structure these packages.
Okay. Yeah. And you guys also do pet equipment too, right? Like you have a few pieces to create an outdoor park. I noticed on your website you even said for like goats. I don't know how many RVers drive around with goats, but that's something we need to see more of. I love goats. So I don't know how the park owners feel about people dragging around goats, but
Ben, let me tell you that we were in Pennsylvania for the PACOA convention, last December.
Yeah.
And then we introduced we don't have a dog park, we have a pet park, right? Because we have like squirrel houses, we have bird feeders and all.
Yeah.
And then one owner from a campground, he said, hey, do you have something for goats? Why, sir? No, because we have goats at our campground. And I said, yeah, well, some equipments can be used for goats. I don't mind.
Yep. There's actually a park that does llamas. So you can park your RV at this llama farm. The llamas roam around the RVs, and then you can feed the llamas. So maybe you guys need to come up with some pieces for llamas too.
That's a good idea.
So there you go. But
and just to kind of add to that as well, a lot of the feedback that we've gotten, and especially kind of as we travel throughout the country to see and meet some of the campground owners, a lot of them give us a lot of different ideas. One of the last ones that we did, they said that, hey, they get a lot of pig as pets that people that just. So and that's what Diego was saying. Hey, we have, it's a pet park because it's kind of universal. All animals can kind of use it. So we've heard some pretty crazy and funny animals that people own, like raccoons and stuff like that. And I guess it fits for all.
Yeah. Well, we have to take a break to recognize our sponsor, and we will be right back. Thanks. WCM's Park Update is being brought to you by Woodall's Campground Magazine. For over 5 decades, Woodall's Campground Magazine has aimed to provide park owners and operators with the relevant industry news they need to run their businesses more efficiently. As times have changed, so has Woodall's Campground Magazine. Besides just its print publication, which is distributed to more than 14,000 industry professionals every month, the magazine also reaches readers through its various social media platforms, including Facebook at WoodallCM, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Woodall's Campground Magazine also offers a daily e-blast which highlights the top news from the industry. The best part, everything we do is advertiser supported and free to our readers. As the outdoor hospitality industry continues to grow at a rapid pace, it is important to stay up to date on trends and other relevant news. Subscribe to Woodall's Campground Magazine at woodallscm.com. Hi, I'm Ben Quiggle. Welcome back to WCM's Park Update, and we're talking with Diego and Patrick from Ginast Outdoor Wellness. And we were just talking about the equipment that they offer, the pet park stuff that they offer as well. I guess, are you noticing more, people just want to be fit, I guess? Are more people wanting to go to the gym? Are more people seeking out these kind of activities at parks?
The biggest thing that I think, and I'll speak for myself here, that we noticed, it's not necessarily get fit, but it's be well. It's wellness, and especially in our industry where people again mostly like to live outdoors, they care for their health. That's really what we kind of seek. Most of our equipment are not necessarily to get a person ripped or like extremely fit. It's really to provide them wellness. It's a lot of it's exercise, it's stretching. A lot of it is it's maintenance on their body. So it's definitely a big concept, and we only see to increase, especially post pandemic, where kind of people want to get out of the indoors. Outdoors became a more prevalent kind of necessity for just day-to-day routines. And again, this is a big reason why our concept is picking up and people love it. And same thing with pet parks. When we talk, a lot of the campground owners, they see this as a big if not already a big plan in the future, to have a place for pets to roam around. And guests are really seeking this, and this is why we built the pet park experience.
Yeah.
And then more important, it's there are a huge difference between get fit and wellness, if I may say that. So indoor gyms, they have the liability situation because some equipments like have weight and all, they need to have supervision. And sometimes campgrounds, they spend so much money to build indoor gym and they don't have like so many activities because people who likes to get fit, they have their own, routine to do so. And sometimes they go to the places and they complain they don't have, but our focus is not that to have Ginast for people to get fit. Our focus, it's wellness, is to have someone who drove 10 hours and then got to the campground and need to do some relaxing exercise. That's Ginast for. Or someone who never done exercise before and want to have something. That's what Ginast for. It's wellness, is to get the minds like off some work and do some fun exercise. That's what we like to tell them all the time.
And the big reason why we call it playground for adults.
Yeah. What, if I'm a park owner and I'm interested in getting some equipment, I guess is there like a basic package? Like how much am I looking to invest in this? I guess, how much is this going to cost me?
Yeah, it's a great question. And I'll start by giving overall context. And most campground owners know how much it costs to put a basketball court or a playground, a kids playground, or even an indoor gym, a pool. That's a lot of the feedback that we get from campground owners, and they tell, hey, a pool is going to be 100,000 and so on, or obviously a lot more depending on the project. When we look at what we're really trying to solutionize in the market, is offer a much more cost-effective amenity, as Diego was pointing out. So it obviously varies. Our pet park varies as well, because again, we offer really complete amenities and high quality. We have a very strong warranty. But in general, from what you would pay an indoor gym, 100,000, we're about a fifth of the price. So ours is about 20,000. But it varies. And we offer it in day events.
And the equipment lasts for a while?
No doubt. And that's our whole mission in what we do. And again, from being high grade steel and having automotive paint and the joints, having high grade bearings, it's supposed to last for many years. And our warranty alone kind of shows the confidence that we have in our products.
And Ben, if they are listening and they want to get on Ginast at the campground, they could go to our website and trying to contact us, because we have this package with 6 equipments ready to ship. We have it, we assemble everything in house. So in 1 week, it could be shipping the product. And also we offering in-house installments to help them to have access to a new amenity without to pay a great amount of money up front. So they could be installments to help them with that. And our prices is very affordable for everyone. We mean
a big thing with that is, and giving you feedback, Ben, about what we hear from all of our campground owners, which is a lot of the campgrounds up north, which perhaps closed for half of the year. They say, wait, we really want to add an amenity, but I don't want to pay perhaps upfront fee right away. So we created this, taking this into account, so that campground owners that perhaps close half of the year, they have a different way to finance this in the house, where they don't have to get a third-party bank, and we'll be able to do that in-house for them and support their campground, because they're all mostly family-owned businesses, and we understand that.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. I guess, Patrick, you said you've traveled around the US a lot. Is that in an RV, or do you drive, or do you fly, or how do you get around the US?
Yeah, and Diego has done a lot of these trips with me, but it depends. A lot of it is by flight, but I'll tell you that the best trips that I've ever done were really just getting a car and just taking a beautiful drive. I did a trip from Texas to Glacier National Park by car, and I went to Seattle, and how spectacular was that experience. And that actually inspired me to say, hey, I'm going to be planning my life around getting an RV one day and being able to do this full time.
Do you, what's the reaction been from the campground owners, I guess, that you've spoken with? Have you spoken with campground owners that have fitness centers already in place and are looking for something else, I guess?
No doubt. A lot of our projects, depending on where they're, obviously we're based in South Florida, so it's kind of hard for us sometimes to be able to make it up in some of the northern states. But most of the projects that we've done and we've completed, we usually like to kind of stop by the campground and see how they're doing. And to even give an example of a campground that we did here in the state of Florida, we finished a project installation the day after Diego and I went there to see how the project was looking, because they were putting grass all over. And a big satisfaction, mostly to the campground owner and also to ourselves, is that it was full. Like Diego was pointing out, it was next to a kid's playground. So while the kids were playing and the playground was full, the parents were not just maybe watching and sitting down. They were, exercising and talking. And again, we always like to say it fosters community. So, and again, a big reason why we built this to be accessible for all ages and fitness levels is because we want everyone to enjoy. So in terms of feedback, we get really good feedback. And that's why we're more excited than ever to really work with campgrounds across the nation to get this out there.
Yeah. So what's the future look like for you guys? Are you just going to continue to grow? Are you adding more products to your company lineup, I guess? I didn't see any playground equipment. Do you ever think you'll get into actual kids playgrounds?
We already do. We are about to launch our catalog for the 2023 by the end of the month. So by the time this is launched, they're gonna have access to our catalog with playgrounds, with another types of exercise equipment. So we have we are increasing as our clients, our customers is giving us more feedback. So 2022 was for us in the campground industry to listen to the clients as well. So we are very thrilled that every single client from outdoor fitness, they love the quality of the product. They love the way we promote that for them. So we decide to go to the dog parks because 3 clients at KOA, they said from the convention, they said, hey, do you have something with dog parks? Because we need to, we kind of need to have that for the next couple of years. And then when they said, we don't have now, but if you give us 2 months, we can do it. Why is that? Because we own the factory, man. So we can build anything we wanted.
Yes.
So we are growing, but not the way we are growing as our clients lead us the way. That's the best way to grow, right? So they tell us, we build it, we organize ourselves to give them the best price standpoint. That's our value proposition there. We want to have good amenities with good prices.
Okay. All right. Yeah, sounds great. And you guys are going to be at some state association conferences, right? I guess, which ones are you guys going to?
All this first 6 months, we are almost everywhere. So we're gonna be for North Carolina in Myrtle Beach. We're gonna be for the Mid-Atlantic Campground Conference in Orlando. We're gonna be in Ohio. We're gonna be in Southbridge for the Northeast Expo, Wisconsin, California, Louisiana, Texas.
Wow, you guys are hitting them all.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna make me look bad. So calm down. And then your website again is Ginast, so it's GINAST.com. And people can go on there. You have a video, you have different ways people can look at some of the products, and then contact information. And it's just been great to talk with you guys. So thanks so much for coming on the show and talking about your company. So
thank you so much. It's my pleasure to be here, and thank you for having us.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. This was a great pleasure, and it's great to meet other RV enthusiasts like myself, and actually say for Diego as well. So this was great, and I appreciate this opportunity.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for coming on, and thanks everyone for watching, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to WCM's Park Update, a production of Woodall's Campground Magazine. Join us for a new show each Tuesday at 3 p.m. Eastern on Facebook, YouTube, and wherever you listen to podcasts. Follow us on Facebook and LinkedIn for daily news and updates, and subscribe to our news feed on our website at woodallscm.com. Show hosts are Ben Quiggle and Mike Gast. Executive producers Rick Kessler and Alex Burkett. Copyright 2022, G&G Media Group.